Mr. Brown has a 2019 criminal mischief withhold, a 2019 trespass, and another criminal mischief withhold, a 2005 aggravated assault with a deadly weapon adjudication, 2000 DUI, 2000 purchasing cocaine adjudication, 1987 robbery with deadly weapon adjudication, and 1987 possession of firearm adjudication.
Firearm.
You have a place to live, Mr. Brown?
I'm looking for a place. I'm on the homeless side. I want to live with Weir Ali, since he want to do that. Yes, I have a place. I'm on the waiting list for a one-bedroom apartment through Flower House Solution. I'm on the waiting list for a
So you're on
one-bedroom
a waiting
apartment.
list.
Huh?
You're on a waiting list.
Yes. If that Arab will stay out the way. But let me get my
Okay.
mouth closed.
I do find probable cause.
Because
Yeah,
what?
for the battery and for the trespass.
What, Mr. Bond?
1,000 on count one, and there's no requirement of a bond on count two. So total bond is $1,000. And I'm ordering, Mr. Brown, that you are not to have contact with the victim in this case, and you are not to go back to that store. If you fail to abide by that, then you go back to jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I don't want to go back to no jail.
Well, and you don't want to go back to that store either, okay?
No.
Okay.
And Judge, because they're both misdemeanors, I'm asking if we could transfer this to Judge Ginger Lerner Wren. We could do that from in here.
All right, let's send this to Judge Lerner Wren in light of the fact that he does appear to need services.
I want to go by the rules, the law, A to Z.
All right, well, the public defender's office, I'm sure, will help you get your stuff together, okay?
How much I have to post for the
Post, right now, your bond is $1,000. If you can't post it, I'm sending the case to Judge Lerner Wren, and perhaps she will fashion something that gets you out of jail, all right?
Okay.
Good luck,
Last
sir.
time I only had to pay $25. So why is it $1,000?
It's $1,000, that's what the bond is on the charge. And again, talk to your lawyer about it. You probably shouldn't be talking on the
I
record.
talk to my lawyer.
Good,
I don't want to
good job.
incriminate myself
That's a good advice to yourself, yes.
because I have a lot of land. My dad was a land tycoon.
You're good,
And
Mr.
I'm
Brown.
a
We're
poor
done for the
land
morning.
tycoon.
All right, good luck, sir.
Okay,
That's good.
that's all.
That's it. Let's move on to the
When
next
will I
case.
see my public defender?
I'm sure they'll be out to see you. Okay. Zenovio Perez Jimenez on page 16. Medical. Edgardo Ortiz.
Present, Mayor.
All right, Mr. Ortiz, you're charged with trespass in count one and petty theft in count two. I do find probable cause on the charges of trespass and petty theft. State have any recommendations on bond?
Judge, Mr. Ortiz is on pretrial on a case. I can provide the court with the case number.
Yes, please.
It's 20-001315, and that's before Judge Bailey. He was arrested for a grand theft auto, but the state filed the charges as unlawful use of false name.
And he's on pretrial release on that case?
That's what I'm showing, Judge.
Pretrial release, aware of that?
I think that case was 1315 CF10A.
Yeah?
20-001315 CF10A.
Case was no info on the 14th, so
It was
Friday.
filed as a misdemeanor,
Oh.
unlawful use of false name.
Well, then, it should have a different case number.
It should, I know this was recently, so maybe it didn't hit the system. yet.
Ooh.
The new case number is 20-001438MN10A. It looks like under the original case number he was placed on pretrial, but I'm not.
Well, the problem is, bond has to be readdressed. When the null pros was entered, pretrial expired? Or,
They'll usually do a change of charge capias.
you're right. Somewhere out there, there should be a capias. When that capias is gonna catch up with him, I don't know. Maybe when he's ready to be released on this case, they'll find the other capias. But right now, I'm deciding what bond is appropriate. I am somewhat disturbed by the allegations on the new case and the fact that he was out on pretrial or had another pending case against him when this occurred. Doesn't particularly sit well with me either. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set bond on count one at $500. On count two, bond is set at $500.
The defendant does not have the financial means to post those bonds. He'd essentially be held no bond.
Well, he probably should be held no bond on the other case, although I'll leave that to the judge, that ultimately is gonna get it. We don't have paperwork on the other case. In any event, I'm giving him the opportunity to post bond. If he, wants to, request a release ROR pretrial, I think that should require a full evidentiary hearing, and I'll let, the judge, that's assigned to this case deal with that.
Understood, Your Honor.
So bond is set at, total bond in this case is $1,000. Next, Darwin Mingo. Yeah, it's a medical reset.
Where's Brad?
Next, Joseph Gonzalez. Mr. Gonzalez, you're before the court. Count one is a DUI, which does not require a bond. Actually, it does. I need to set one. Count 2 is a DUI. Count 3, refusal to submit to DUI test. That does not require a bond. And then there's a probation or community control violation. On the VOP, is there an active warrant, or this apparently is a 948, is that correct? Oh, which one is it, actually? He's on probation for grand theft, but there is a notation that he qualifies as a violent felony offender of special concern, I'm assuming because of some other prior. All right, Mr. Gonzalez, I do find probable cause to hold you. Count 1 bond is set at $1,000. Count 2 is $1,000. And there's a no bond hold on count 4, which is the probation hold. So you'll have to see the judge on that. Do we know who the judge is on that? Division FG is the.
Judge Weeks.
Judge Weeks. So you'll have to go see Judge Weeks. And they'll bring you in front of Judge Weeks on the violation on Tuesday at 8:30. All right, good luck, sir. Travis Coney.
Just go in that row.
Come on. Come on up, guys. Judge is calling you.
All right, Mr. Coney, you're charged in count 1 with possession of cocaine and count 2 with possession of MDMA. Count 3 deals with a traffic infraction involving a bicycle. That doesn't require a bond. We find that there is probable cause to detain Mr. Coney.
Defense is requesting you just keep the standard bond, Your Honor.
All right, bond is set at 1,000 on count 1 and 1,000 on count 2. Good luck, sir. Tristan Colsting. Mr. Colsting, you're charged with burglary of a conveyance. All right, I do find probable cause to hold the defendant. What prior record does Mr. Colsting have?
None in Florida.
Anything the defense wants to add before I set bond?
You'd just be requesting like $1,000 bond, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to set bond at $1,000.
So contact your family through a bondsman, $100 should be out, okay?
All right. Next, Carlton Reese. All right. Be with you in just one moment, ma'am. All right, Mr. Reese, you're charged with burglary of a dwelling in count 1, and count 2, you're charged with criminal mischief over $1,000. We review the paperwork. All right, I do find probable cause. Let's address bond. Let me turn first to the state. What prior record does Mr. Reese have?
2019 trespass, 2018 resisting without violence, 2018 burglary structure unoccupied, and that was 4 different counts, and a 2015 battery. They were all withhold of adjudication.
Okay. Ma'am, is there anything you want to say on this matter? Or are you just here for your support?
There for his support, but I wasn't home at the time that the officer.
All right, let me just have the clerk swear you in, please.
Okay.
Raise your right hand. You swear affirm the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes. Thank you.
All right, please state your name and spell your last name.
Sure. My first name is Jamie. The last name is Carter. Carter.
All right, Ms. Carter, what would you like to say to the court?
Actually, I was not at home at the time. I was at work. I'm not sure even what happened or why he was arrested and why the police came to the house. If she can step up, because she was at the house, she said that the police now came and pulled him out of the house. So I wasn't even sure of what
Well,
happened.
let me try to fill in the gaps.
Okay, so
And this is your son?
it's my son, yes, sir.
Your son is allegedly charged with committing a burglary where he broke through a door and caused some damage to the door. And this was caught on surveillance video. and he was identified from the surveillance video. And,
happened?
what's that?
When did it happen?
The date alleged is February the 12th. So, again, I'm not here to conduct a trial.
Right. I just wanted understanding.
There are allegations against him. He was identified, so there's enough evidence to hold him. He may have a valid defense. It may be that he looks like somebody else. I don't know. That will have to be for the trial court to sort out. My next job as first appearance judge is to set an appropriate bond on this case. State have a position on bond?
Judge, based on the fact that he has prior charges that are the same, the state's asking for a $3,000 bond.
Okay. Anything else that either side wants to present to the court?
No victim contact.
Okay. All right, I'm going to set bond in the amount of $3,000 on count one. Its bond is $500 on count two. Total bond is $3,500. Condition of this bond is he's to have no contact with the victim. You understand that, Mr. Reese? No contact means in person, over the telephone, text message, email, posting on social media, or having one of your friends contact the victim. You cannot have direct or indirect contact with the victim. Are we clear on that?
You understand? Yes.
And
Your Honor, can we inquire if the family is able to afford that bond? He's been inquiring about pretrial, but I'm not sure if they can afford the bond that's currently set.
all right, you're going to be able to post that bond, ma'am?
Honestly, I can't honestly afford it right now. I'm actually having hardship financial problems as well.
All right, what I'm going to do then, in lieu of that, I'm going to put him on pretrial release. It'll be level 2 GPS monitoring. So you'll have to wear a monitor. You're on house arrest, but you will be allowed to go out for certain things like work, school, and necessities. But everything has to be scheduled through pretrial. If he doesn't follow the rules, then he goes back to jail. That's the way it works. You understand that?
Understand?
All right, so it'll be straight pretrial level 2, no contact with the victim, no return to the location of the offense.
Maybe I
Yeah.
can find out what, or do I speak to someone as to like what area? Because for me to have
Can
the knowledge of
someone
it.
brief her on what that entails, or? Yeah, they're in court, but they're busy right now, but if you want to wait, they'll talk to you, all right?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Next is Caleb Neal. Mr. Neal, you're charged in count 1 with possession of heroin and count 2 with DUI with damage to property or of another. Count 3 is driving on a suspended license as a habitual. And count 4 is failure to use due care. That's not for magistrate, that's an infraction. All right, I do find probable cause to hold Mr. Neal. Bond is set at 1,000 on count one, 1,000 on count two, and $750 on count three.
Defense is requesting a pretrial release. He's financially unable to afford the bonds as currently set.
Well, if I do consider doing that, he'll have to be subject to random urine testing, and he'll have to get a drug evaluation and treatment. Is he willing to do that?
He's indicated yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll put him on standard pretrial release, special condition. He's subject to random urine testing. He's to have no drugs or intoxicants as a condition of pretrial, and he'll have to get a drug alcohol evaluation and comply with any follow-up treatment. Failure to comply with these conditions will cause revocation of your pretrial and you go back to jail. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
All right. Next, Sibthorpe Latour Clark. You're charged, sir, with grand theft auto in count one, petty theft in count two, and dealing in stolen property in count three. Right, I do find that there is probable cause to detain the defendant. What priors does the defendant have?
2019 trespass adjudication, 2019 resisting without violence adjudication, 2018 possession of cocaine adjudication, 2018 carrying concealed firearm adjudication, 2016 trespass and resisting without violence adjudication.
All right, I am setting bond 1,000 on count one, $25 on count two, and 3,500 on count three. So total bond is $4,525. All right, good luck, sir. Next, Justice Gonell.
North Broward.
Right, sir, you're charged with grand theft auto in count one. There's a probation violation alleged in count two. The probation, that's a 948 hold. Is that correct? All right, I do find that there is probable cause to detain the defendant. Bond is set at 1,000 on count one. He's to be held no bond on count two. He'll be brought before the judge on Tuesday at 8:30 to address the violation hold. And that's Division FA. Do we know which judge that is? Judge Lynch. All right, so you'll see your judge on Tuesday, sir. Good luck. Next, Lufkins Breedy. Okay, Mr. Breedy, you're charged with violation of probation. There is a warrant. Signed by Judge Tim Bailey, and he ordered a no bond hold. So you're to be held no bond. You'll be brought in front of him on Tuesday at 8:30. Good luck, sir. Next, Jason Baca Soto.
We need a Spanish interpreter now.
Okay, Spanish interpreter, please. Sir, you're charged with carrying a concealed firearm.
Señor, usted se le acusa de portar arma oculta.
All right, I do find probable cause to
Bueno.
detain the defendant.
Considero que existen indicios probables para su detención.
Does the defendant have any prior?
¿Tiene antecedentes?
Sorry. I don't see any priors in Florida, but I do see a pending case before Judge Tobin Singer.
No veo antecedentes en Florida, pero sí veo que tiene un expediente pendiente ante la jueza Tobin Singer.
Well, that would be a pending case if it is before Tobin Singer.
And would Your Honor like the case number?
¿Desea el número de expediente? su
Sure.
señoría? Claro.
20
20
dash
guión
000
000
970
970
CF10A.
CF10A.
And do we know what the charge is?
Possession of cocaine.
El cargo sería posesión de cocaína.
All right. Before I do anything on that, is the defense contesting that that's not the defendant?
Bueno, antes de proceder en ese sentido, la defensa está alegando que ese no es el imputado.
Is there a bond or pretrial release on that particular case?
Hay
He-
fianza
right now, he's ROR.
o condiciones de liberación en ese caso. Bueno, en este momento sería libertad condicional.
I mean, if he's RR'd, I'm not sure if there's anything to revoke or hold him on that other case.
Well,
Es
he's
decir, para ese
released,
otro
he's
caso,
released on his own recognizance. That can be revoked at any time.
para ese caso sí
Part of
estaba
an
libre.
ROR is you're not It's the same conditions as as if you had posted a monetary bond.
En ese caso,
Is
si,
it
si
the 33-day ROR?
estuviera libre, bajo palabra no habría nada que revocar, pero se puede revocar como cualquier otro, pero era 33 días.
Oh, it was a regular RR in magistrate
Era
court.
una liberación bajo
I mean, if
palabra
he's in Tobin
de
Singer,
rutina.
that means he's probably in drug court.
Es decir, si está ante
I would
Tobin
assume
Singer,
that, but if it's the
Let
33,
me put it this way.
ese es un tribunal de
I
drogas.
am, well, it's not the 30, it was a magistrate ROR.
Fue una
In any
libertad
event,
bajo palabra ante,
I am revoking
ante tribunal de control.
his bond on 2970
En todo
CF10A.
caso, en el número de expediente dado voy a revocar
He's
su
to be
probatoria,
brought, this is to be set down in front of Judge
fianza.
Tobin Singer.
Tiene que
And she
comparecer
can readdress the bond situation
ante la
if you
jueza
want her
Tobin
to.
Singer y ella puede ver
The
el
court
tema
having
de la
found that there's
fianza.
probable cause to believe the defendant committed a new law violation.
Dado que hay hay indicios probables para
revoking
pensar que
his previous ROR on the other case, on that basis.
posiblemente haya cometido un nuevo delito, voy a revocar su libertad bajo palabra en ese otro caso.
As to the new law violation,
Con respecto a la nueva
bond is set at
infracción,
$1,000.
la fianza queda en $1,000.
Good luck, sir.
Buena suerte, señor.
Maurice Major. Mr. Major, you're charged with petty theft. And actually, this appears to be third subsequent offense, so I'm assuming this is felony petty theft?
It's a third-degree felony.
All right, I do find that there is probable cause on the arrest. Does appear that I am missing a page, although from what I have, there's enough to make that finding. Bond is set at $750. Good luck, sir.
We would be objecting to finding a probable cause since there is no allegation that there are prior theft charges on the PC affidavit.
Let me see that.
I apologize, Your Honor, there actually is on page 2.
Okay.
Does say the priors from 06. We would be requesting pretrial release if Your Honor is inclined to grant that.
In light of his history of doing these type of crimes, I do find that you know what? I'll reverse myself on that. I'm going to put him on pretrial release.
No, so.
What's that? Oh,
Probation was revoked last year
ah.
on another case for grand theft. And you picked up a battery adjudicated as well.
So he's not done well on supervision, is what you're telling me? All right. In light of that new information, I don't think he's a good candidate for pretrial release. Bond is set at $750. He'll have to post it. I do find probable cause. Good luck, sir. Next, Richard Houston.
Medical reset.
Luis Alfredo Serrato Guardado.
We need a Spanish interpreter.
And I'll ask Your Honor to waive the formal reading. I'll have my colleague explain it to Mr.
All right, I'll comply with that request. All right, I do find that there is probable cause on the charge.
Bien, considero que existen indicios probables para este cargo.
Addition, he's not being magistrated for it, but is paperwork attached that apparently there's an immigration detainer on him.
Y no es un tema para el Tribunal de Control, pero hay documentos adjuntos que parece que hay un tema de migración también.
So
Sí, su señoría está
he's
pendiente.
not going anywhere.
Así que él no va para ningún lado.
Any suggestions on bond?
¿Alguna recomendación en cuanto a fianza?
Yes, Judge. The state is asking for a bond in the amount of $75,000.
Sí, su señoría, la fiscalía está solicitando una fianza en el monto de $75,000,
No victim contact.
que se le prohíba contacto con la víctima,
No contact with minors.
que no tenga contacto con menores de edad
And to surrender any passports.
y que entregue cualquier pasaporte en su posesión.
Well, in light of the fact that he's in the country illegally, according to the immigration paperwork, that's probably not going to be happening.
Bueno, dado el hecho de que está ilegalmente en el país, según los documentos de migración, eso probablemente no va a suceder.
In light of his status in the country, and of course, this is always subject to review by the trial judge.
Dada su situación en el
Based
país
on the limited
y
information I have, I'm
esto
setting
siempre-
bond in the amount of $150,000.
siempre está sujeto a revisión por parte del juez que esté a cargo del caso ante quien tenga el juicio, pero voy a fijar la fianza en $150,000.
Now, if the detainer gets lifted, and which is a big part of my bond setting,
Si se levanta la orden de captura de
certainly you can bring
migración,
it to the trial court for review.
y eso es una parte considerable
Not
de
only
la
is
decisión
he a
con
flight
respecto a la
risk
fianza,
because he's here illegally
puede ir ante
with federal governments
el
pending
tribunal
deportation proceedings.
para
So,
solicitar su fianza, pero no solo es un riesgo de fuga porque está en el país ilegalmente, sino que el gobierno federal está tramitando su deportación.
so for now, that's what the bond is, 150,000.
Así que por ahora la fianza queda 650,000.
Good luck, sir.
Buena suerte, señor.
Next, O'Keel Powell. Mr. Powell, you're charged in count one with possession of cannabis within 1,000 feet of a school with intent to sell or deliver.
I think they're charging convenience store, Your Honor.
Oh, it's a convenience store. I stand corrected. All right, I do find probable cause. There is a count to a county ordinance that does not require a bond as well. Bond is set at $5,000.
He has indicated to me that he is financially unable to afford the 5,000. We are requesting a free trial.
Does he have a prior record?
Not in Florida, Judge.
All right, in light of the lack of prior record, I'll put him on pretrial release. It'll be standard pretrial. Need to comply with all the conditions of pretrial release and attend all court appearances. And needless to say, any new law violations will put you in jail with no bond. Do you understand that?
Okay.
All right. Next, Wayne Curry.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Curry, you're charged with petty theft. They're alleging this is at least your third subsequent offense. All right, I do find that there is probable cause to detain Mr. Curry. showing at least 4 priors for petty theft. Has he, pretrial have a position on Mr. Curry? Does Mr. Curry want me to consider pretrial release, or does he want to post bond?
He does, Judge. He's lived in South Florida his whole life. He has all his family down here. He's unable to afford any monetary bond. This was a reset from at least yesterday. He's having a lot of heart issues. He was seen by the nurse over there, and apparently what they're recommending is he needs to see a specialist at some point in the near future. And so he's asking for really any kind of non-monetary conditions so he could go see medical attention.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm seeing that as well.
That what?
A pending case, case number 20-000-652 CF10A. Possession of weapon or ammunition, uttering false instrument, possession of cocaine, and corruption by threat.
I'm already placed on bond for that.
Okay, well, I
Already
guess
on
we
bond.
got confirmation that it's him.
Yes, I'm already on bond for that, sir.
No, you're not. Don't talk, sir.
Well, you were on bond for that. A condition of bond, Mr. Curry, is you cannot commit new law violations while on bond. And I have found probable cause that that is exactly what you did. So at this time on that case, which is 2652 CF10A, I am revoking your bond. You're being to be held no bond on that. You can petition whoever your judge is. Do you know who your judge is?
No.
Anybody know?
Judge
who?
Coleman.
You can take that up with Judge Coleman. Maybe he'll let you out again. But right now, until you appear before Judge Coleman, you're to be held no bond on that case. As to the case that was set on today's docket, bond is set at $750. And I'm imagining that Judge Coleman will probably get that case as well. All right, good luck, sir. Donnie Jean Pierre. Oh, he's out? Okay. Derek Perry.
Who's before us.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. Mr. Perry, you're before me this morning. You're charged in count 1 with grand theft, count 2 with unlawful possession of the personal identification of another, and count 3 is possession of cocaine. All right, I do find probable cause to detain Mr. Perry on each of the charges. What are the priors?
Two thousand and 16, unlawful use of false name or identity, adjudication. 2014, possession of weapon by convicted felon, adjudication. Those are the only ones that I'm seeing in, well, actually, no. 2008, possession of cocaine, possession of cannabis, and no driver's license, adjudication. 2006, battery, adjudication. 2005, resisting without violence, driving while license suspended, and unlawful license or sticker adjudication.
All right, in light of the prior record, I do find a bond is appropriate. Bond is set at 1,000 on count one, 100 on count two, and possession of cocaine, it's $1,000. Total bond is $2,100, sir.
Judge, I spoke to Mr. Perry this morning. He tells me he's unable to afford any monetary bond. Would Your Honor in any way consider some sort of non-monetary conditions, including him having to be randomly tested and perhaps taking place with some sort of evaluation with follow-up treatment? He's lived in South Florida his whole life. He does have his mother down here. He works as a roofer, and he does have a stable address.
State have a position on that request?
Judge, based on his priors, if he's going to be placed on bond, the state would be asking for level 2.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. All right, I'll put him on pretrial release, but he'll have to wear an electronic monitor. It'll be level 2. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
And it's house arrest with you being allowed to go out to work. Everything you do is going to have to be scheduled through pretrial. If you don't stick to the schedule, they can revoke your pretrial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, it'll be pretrial release level 2. Yeah, random, you're going to be random drug tested. So you better not be using drugs or that'll cause you to get revoked as well. Do you understand that? Or failing to do your random tests will be a violation. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Got to follow all the rules and stick to the schedule and be where you're supposed to be according to your monitor. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Dontavius Bryant.
Medical reset.
Randy Graham. Mr. Graham, you're charged in count 1 with burglary of a dwelling and count 2 with petty theft, count 3 petty theft, count 4 illegal use of credit cards, and in count 5 altering a license plate validation sticker. All right, I do find probable cause. Let's discuss what an appropriate bond would be. I do note that there are a lot of aliases, which does give me some pause. State have a recommendation?
On count 1, the state would be asking for $4,000. On count 2, counts 2 through 4, the state would be asking for $500 on each count. The defendant has priors: 2009 burglary, unoccupied dwelling, withheld of adjudication, 2009 grand theft, third degree, withheld of adjudication. 2009 burglary or unoccupied dwelling, which was a withheld.
Okay. Anything else before the court rules?
We'd be requesting a level of pretrial release, the 6,000 that the state's recommending. He's not financially able to post.
Make it 3,000.
He's indicated to me that he'd be able to post a $3,000 bond.
Well, between the prior records, the number of aliases, and the allegation of identity theft, I am concerned.
Aren't the priors that the state listed from 2009?
Well, part of the nature of the crime itself, going into a hotel room and stealing ID. This is what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to set bond on count one at $6,000. If the defendant does post bond, he will have to be on pretrial release, level 2 electronic monitoring. So he'll be allowed to go out to work, but everything he does needs to be scheduled, and he needs to comply with all the rules of pretrial. Failure to do that will revoke his bond and he goes back to jail. Do you understand that?
Are there bonds on the other?
There were not, when he was arrested, apparently bonds were not required on counts 2, 3, and 4, and 5 doesn't require a bond. So they will remain zero ROR on counts 2, 3, 4, but on all counts,
So it'd be 600, then you'd be on pretrial.
yeah, it's gonna be $6,000 on count 1, and he'll be on pretrial on everything. Level 2 GPS.
All right.
All right, good luck, sir. Christopher Grayhart.
North Broward.
Mr. Grayhart, you're being held on a violation of probation.
This was reset from yesterday, Your Honor. We didn't have a warrant.
Okay. Well, do we have a warrant today? Let's see.
Sir, can I say something?
Well, you have a lawyer from the Public Defender's Office representing you here today. You probably will want to say it through him.
I'd advise against it, Mr. Grayhart.
All right, I'm gonna just be quiet, man. All right, man, be easy now.
Well, it
They
should.
didn't have no reason to lock me up, man. I'm at the program, you feel me? It's crazy, dog.
So it was never, let me just, well, if it was entered digitally, it should be on Odyssey. Or at least visible to people in the court system.
Oh, man, no.
State have any information?
Judge, I did speak to Mr. Linder about this yesterday, and he reached out to someone at BSO. He tried to reach out to the DOC, but they are closed on the weekends. Our office does not have the warrant. He suggested having the clerk go downstairs and see if it's in their system.
Well, that was my part of my purpose yesterday was for somebody, anybody to get me that warrant.
Hey, Mr. Judge Bober, can I say something?
Well,
Mr. Grayheart, I
don't
wouldn't.
know if that's in your best interest. If you want to say something.
Nah, but the public defender told me yesterday if they don't have a copy of the warrant, I will go free. That's what my public defender said yesterday, sir.
Well, if only your public defender were the judge.
Well, all right, you know
That's
the
my
authority,
call.
so-
That's not
I
your.
know that. But I want to tell you, sir, I was at the program when the police came to pick me up. I didn't never leave the program, so it was no reason to arrest me. I didn't do nothing wrong, sir. I was at the program, doing good at the program. My probation officer, Judge Murphy, told me, long as I don't leave the program, everything will be all right. I never left the program, sir. That's not right, man.
Let me just.
This is a misunderstanding, man. That's all it is.
Well-
It's a misunderstanding.
Does he has a date in front of Judge Murphy? He does not. Can we put this on Judge Murphy's docket on Tuesday? All right, this is what I'm going to do, sir.
hope
I
it's
gave,
good news.
well,
I hope it's-
there's good, there, some of it's good news. The part of it that's good news is, because I gave the state 24 hours to perfect and no one has produced a copy of the warrant, I am going to release you on your own recognizance.
Judge,
Oh,
so
so,
the-
hold on, Judge. All right.
Is that funny?
No, I'm sorry. I was just saying I'm gonna go back to the program, sir.
Well, that's
I
the
paid
good,
my-
that's the good news. Let me tell you what isn't maybe the good news. I'm ordering you to appear in front of Judge Murphy on Tuesday, which is the 18th of February,
All right.
and that is at 8:30 a.m.
What today's date is, sir? Mr.
Today is
Bober?
the 16th.
All right, got you, Mr. Bober.
That would be Judge Bober.
Judge Bober, I'm sorry, sir.
Okay, so if you fail to appear in front of Judge Murphy, that in and of itself gives them another reason to revoke your probation. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And I'll leave it to Judge Murphy to decide on Tuesday what to do, if anything, on your situation. But doing nothing and not appearing will definitely get your probation revoked. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And again, this is a court order that you are to appear in front of Judge Murphy February 18th at 8:30. You know the courtroom? Where it's,
I know I go downtown for a lot of, I go to Main.
well, I don't need directions to the courthouse. I want to know if you know what the courtroom is.
No, I don't know.
Do we know Judge Murphy's courtroom?
Oh, he read it down for me,
He's
sir.
4900, isn't it? So courtroom 4900 on the fourth floor of the north wing. You need to be there Tuesday, February 18th at 8:30. If you fail to appear, that will give them another reason to revoke your probation. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck, sir. For now, you're on ROR until you appear in front of Judge Murphy.
All right, thank you, sir. God bless you, man.
Judge, just for the record, the state is objecting to the ROR and will be asking for an additional 24 hours to perfect.
I gave everybody 20, I told everybody yesterday, I made it very clear that if you did not perfect, that I was, that's what I was giving you. So, I think everyone was given enough notice. Nobody provided me with a copy of the warrant, so I'm RORing him. All right, sir, good luck.
All right, God bless you, man.
Okay. You missing anything? Right here.
Yeah.
Okay, what did I do with this? Oh, that's the one I just handled. So, let me see here.
Do you still need us over at Maine, Your Honor?
I think that is everything, correct? We are adjourned.
Take care, Your Honor.
You too.
Judge, I have 3 orders.